Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. So I'm back with another Sims 4 cast video where I'm creating another character from Need for Speed Unbound because I'm obsessed with that game and I like the characters. So in this video I'm actually making the character called Yaz or Jasmine. She is a complicated character, so not to give away too many of the spoilers, but she used to be the best friend of the main character, which is like the protagonist. It's the person playing the game. She used to be our best friend, and she was in with a bit of a sketchy group of like this guy that she used to know when she was younger, and it turned out that she betrayed us. She betrayed the garage, and she actually, with this group, appears to have stolen all the cars, and yeah, we've fallen out with her. So at the point that I'm up to, it's been 2 years, and she's kind of shown back up completely unapologetic, and she's driving our car and she's challenging us to races. So not my favorite character in the game. I actually ran a poll saying, who do you want me to make? Do you want me to make Yaz or do you want me to make Tess? Now Tess is kind of like our sugar mummy in the game. She's our new bestie. I love her, I stan. I've got a feeling like she's also going to betray us and Yaz is going to turn out to be the good person, but it's just a theory. But yeah, like she is a really nice character to make though. I do really like the way she looks, right? She's got a really characterful face. I particularly like the kind of jawline. She has this really kind of like heart-shaped face. And if in the game as well, like I know it's a cartoon style, but the way she moves, she actually has kind of like jowls or like puffy cheeks here as well. So she has like a little bit of fat at the edges of her face, which I think is really cute. And I really wish that we could manipulate the cheeks more in The Sims 4. I wish we just could like tweak Sims more. Like, we've had the game for 7 years now. I'd really love it if they could add additional like points that we could move on the face. Like, I'd love to have like an off-center nose, more like to be able to do like, can you see my nose and like have like a little indentation there, a little bit more bumpy, to have jowls, to have cheek, like more like what are they called, like smile lines, to have dimples, like all these kind of things. I would love to have more to do that. So you can see that I am actually trying to modify her jaw, modify her chin. I think I've got it a little bit too wide at that point. I think I do go in and kind of narrow it down a little bit, but I'm really just trying to kind of like work on her cheeks there. She's in the way. I'm sorry, I can't remove that from the screen. It was on the screen when I was recording. She is a little bit big on the right hand side there, but you can kind of get the gist of what I'm doing. So I think I've got her looking pretty good here. I think these are the lips that the sim generated with, and I think they are actually pretty similar to Yaz's lips. I think I do go in and just kind of thin them down slightly because I think that some of the kind of volume of Yaz's lips, yes, some of it looks like it would be natural, but some of it also looks like it's because she's got that shiny purple lipstick on, which is amazing. So I do go in and kind of like thin her lips down a little bit at some point. Here we go. I think I'm like working on the lips now. Going in and doing her nose. So again, she has quite an interesting nose. I like doing noses in The Sims. Again, I would love to have more opportunities to add a little bit more character, a little bit more definition. I think noses are the most characterful feature of someone's face. I love a good nose. So yeah, I would love to have a little bit more to do there. She's kind of got quite a square looking tip to her nose, and I couldn't, like, I wanted to add more volume here at kind of like the top of the tip, and I wasn't able to do it. But I think it's too hooked there. I think I go back in and kind of like give it more of a ski slope shape, which you can kind of see on the right there is what she's got. I think I kind of spoke over the bit where I was kind of like working on a skin tone. So you can actually see that she's got kind of like a pale black, or maybe even a little bit kind of like Indian kind of skin tone. Not to kind of stereotype or anything like that. I absolutely don't want to do that. But just to kind of say she's got like a dark skin tone, but it's not like really dark. So I was trying to get that tone right, and it actually looks kind of orange, I noticed. So it actually looks orange on her nose and on her cheeks. So I realised that a lot of that kind of orange tone came from blusher. I do think she's a little bit too light, actually, looking back on it now on that sim. I do find it hard to get the skin tone right, to get the exact shade right, so I would like to go in and perhaps make it just a little bit darker. Yeah, a lot of that redness came from the blusher that I ended up putting on it. So I was really happy that I kind of got that kind of orangeness right. I'm giving her little nose ring there. I do wish we had a bit more variety when it came to nose rings. I do think that one looks a little bit thick. Because she's got a wider nose, it kind of looks, it's too big. It kind of, I don't think it's very flattering, but it's the only gold nose ring that we had in the right place, so I went with it. Here I'm doing the lipstick. That's quite a nice one. I like that one there. I think that's the MAC lipstick, but you can see it has got some shine to it, so I picked one that was more shiny. Sorry, I'm just like blah 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 because I can't stop the video and like pause, so I'm trying to like keep up with the video. Yeah, so I'm doing her lips now. I think, have I slimmed them out slightly yet? I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I'm giving her some shine as well. You can see on her nose there, she's got some shine on the image from the game. So just adding that really nice shine that we've got in face paints. I can't remember who made it, but thank you so much to the creator of that shine, because I use it almost all the time on every single one of my Sims. I would love more contouring. So Sims team, oh, hit my microphone. Sims team, if you happen to watch my video, I would love more ways to shape the face, especially like the nose and around the cheeks. And I would love more contouring makeup. Again, just to kind of like I don't know, give the nose a different shape, or like to put the cheekbones, like we need better blusher, like do stuff with the cheekbones, and like just to kind of like frame the face a little bit more and add more variety to faces. I would really appreciate that, Sims team, if you can get on that. Thanks. Here I'm doing her eyes. So she does have like quite, I would say, droopy eyes, especially if you look under where I am, like the image down here. She's really got, I would say it's a sardonic eye. She has this kind of like skeptical, sarcastic, like really kind of look. She's got expressive eyes, right? She kind of like has like, I don't know, like a bitchy side eye, which I love. And they, like, what I'm trying to do here is like really get that right. So I don't know, she's got kind of like lazy eyes, and I think they're really beautiful, and I really wanted to get that right. So I actually pulled down the bottom lids and then like pulled down the top lids as well to give her a bit more of a sleepy look. And yeah, I'm quite happy actually that I got the eye shape quite close to how it is in the game. Again, I think we're limited to where the positions are of the tools that we can manipulate, so I was quite happy with what I ended up doing there. Again, it kind of looks sleepy without looking overly droopy, yeah, that's that. I'm going for our eyebrows now. I'm again very expressive eyebrows. Again, like look under my, like me here, she's kind of got like a very kind of like look to her. She's very skeptical looking. So I was trying to get the brow shape right, but in a way where like where the arch was right, where the thickness was right, but in a way where I'd be able to manipulate it to give her that kind of like questioning, kind of skeptical look. So here you go, I'm going in and kind of like manipulating that, and I am quite happy with how her eyebrows turned out. Yeah, I think I really love the face shape of Yaz. I think she's got quite a few little interesting quirky features, rather than being like and I think that's really impressive as well, like because obviously it's kind of like a drawn image, right? It's like a cartoony image, and the game is very clever where like they have defining characteristics, and the light and shadow as the Sims, as the characters kind of move, you can see some of the features, you know, like the shape of a nose and the shape of a kind of like jowls here. And I think that it's very clever, kind of the art style of the game, that they can do that in Need for Speed Unbound. So going in, doing her eyeshadow, she's got this kind of like purple toned eyeshadow. She's got quite thick eyeliner, so I go in looking for that as well. Yeah, I really think I also adjusted the shade on the lipstick. Looking back at it, I think it could be ever so slightly more blue. I think it's like, it is purple, but it's very blue toned purple, and I think I've made it too purple. But again, I think we are quite limited to how much we can adjust that colour in game. But yeah, I think I got it pretty close. I'm pretty happy with it. So again, just playing around with the face shapes, the face details that we do have. I don't really like that. I mean, I've got it, right? I've got it here, but I don't really like the way it looks in the game, and I don't like how it's applied to older Sims automatically. That kind of like puffy, like almost like people are doing this with the cheeks. I don't really like that, and we didn't have anything for a jowl, so I couldn't really do any more with that. But I did give her little beauty mark, which I think is super cute. Took me a minute to like decide which one was closest, but yeah, I think that's a pretty good match. So going into her hair now, and thank you to the game, because we have so many brilliant textured hairs now to choose from. And again, like she definitely has like these amazing looking dreads. They're quite long. She's got like kind of blonde tips, and then she's got like rings in the dreads as well. So I spent a minute kind of going through them. I even like took off the feminine hair to get the masculine options as well, to try and get something that was as close as possible. I think I do stick with this one. It could be a bit darker. I think maybe I should have made it kind of like a darker black colour. Maybe I go back and do that. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, that hair colour is definitely too light looking back at it now. And yeah, I would have liked to have had like the coloured tips, but I don't think I could find that. I think I do go through a few times checking. Oh, I've removed the image now so you can actually see what I'm doing. So well done past me, pat on the back. Yeah, so yeah, I must have stuck with that. I must have like been quite happy with that. Again, I feel like I could have made it a darker colour. It looks like near black in the game, so yeah, I think that's a bit too light a shade of brown. She's got these big hooped earrings in, so again, going for those classic base game earrings. You can't even see them, but they're there. And yeah, going into her body. So I feel like she's quite stocky. She has kind of like a stocky tomboy figure, and I feel like the sim already had something close to that. She's quite muscular as well, which you can't tell in the game, but I feel like she would be. She is a bit of a tomboy character. There you go. So there's another image there to kind of like have a look at her clothing. You know, she doesn't wear tight fitting clothes. She wears quite loose clothes. So she's pretty cool, guys. I spent quite a lot of time trying to find something like what she's wearing. It kind of looks like a tracksuit to me. Maybe like jeans, a tracksuit top, and then underneath she's got like is it like a baseball, or like, I think it's a baseball shirt. I don't do sports, so I may have got that wrong. So I spent some time trying to decide on a shirt jacket combination. I can't quite match it exactly, which is the trouble that I had when I was making Daddy Rydell as well in the last video. But I settle on a couple of things, and I kind of go back because I do actually find a baseball shirt. So I actually go back and put the baseball shirt back on her to make it look like she's just took a jacket off, basically. But I think I go for that because I think it has that kind of like sporty look to it. I do think she's wearing kind of like a puffer jacket, but I don't know. It's I did the best I could. I'm not happy with it. And then yeah, some nice dark jeans, and then I really like her boots. Like, Need for Speed Unbound has good shoe game, and I would love to have more of those options in The Sims 4. Even though I do think we've got some good trainer game right now, I would love to get some more options in that regard. These kind of like half trainer, half boots I'm seeing everywhere. Really would love to have those as an option, but I went for those kind of like snow boots as a kind of close enough. Yeah, and I'm still fussing over the jacket at this point. I'm still not really happy with the jacket I've chosen for her, so I spend a bit of time faffing around with that. There we go. Like, I don't know if I've done her traits yet. Let me just hide my face for a second. No, I've not done a trait yet. We'll have to watch out for that so I can hide my face and you can see what I'm doing. So again, like, that's like a similar jacket, but it didn't have the right undershirt. And I do like the kind of sporty look, so I did consider that one for a while. I think it did suit her, but it wasn't quite right. But you can see I actually go in and give her a full wardrobe, so we only see her in that one outfit in the game so far, but I actually go back in and kind of give her the winter wears, the summer wear, which you can see me doing now. So I am happier with that because I feel like I know her style. I know the kind of stuff that she would wear as this kind of like streetcar racing tomboy. She wears kind of like streetwear, a little bit sporty as well with that kind of baseball top, so I felt more confident going in and choosing stuff that was her style without it being the exact outfit she wears in the game, and I was more comfortable doing that. I feel like I did her justice. I feel like I did good for Yaz. So I think I go for this one. Yeah, I really like that jacket. I think that's the one from Get Famous. I love that jacket. I do use it quite often. And then I just try and give her, yeah, like, I don't know, I think that's a really cool look, and I think it is something that she probably would wear. I think I have a bit of trouble. It looks like I'm having trouble with the shoes, but I go for trainers because trainers, you know, she'd have good trainer game, I think. So going in here, giving her purple makeup back, which I did save because I like the feature that you can adjust the makeup tones and then save it and then use it on other outfits. That's really helpful. I think I go in and give her a purple eyeliner and stuff again. Yeah, there we go. And then I mix it up a bit because I didn't like her nose piercing. I go in and give her an eyebrow piercing in the center of her face because I figured the nose piercing's in the center of her face. face, and the eye piercing is kind of cool. So I thought as an alternative, I think I go in and do that. Maybe not on that outfit, do I? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm trying to find the orange blusher. Just toning it down a bit there because it was very bright orange. But yeah, and then I go in, I save it, and then I go across and put it on the cold weather outfit as well. And then again, just putting on the kind of shine on her nose. Yeah, and that is her. I really like that outfit for her. That's kind of her cold weather outfit. So doing her hot weather outfit here, getting off all those accessories. She's so hot. Like, look at that body. Like, she could crush you and you'd enjoy it. Yeah, going in, I went for like a kind of like a sporty kind of casual top there. I feel like that's her style, that kind of like streetwear kind of clothing, sporty streetwear. So I went with black. I figured black and blue are kind of her colours. Some tomboy shorts as well. Again, I thought she kind of reminds me of my friend's style growing up. My friend was such a tomboy. She was a rugby player. And yeah, like guys shorts, I figured like that is definitely a look she'd go for. Again, putting back on the lipstick there, the eyeshadow, all those bits and bobs. I think I give the eyebrow piercing again. At some point I do go back in and change her natural lips. So for example, when she's wearing sleepwear, or when she's wearing like when she's doing sports and stuff, and I figured she wouldn't wear that thick purple lipstick, I go in and give her, you know, the MAC lipstick with the slight colour on the inside of her lip. I go in and give her a variation on that, and I think it's really flattering on her. Again, it looks natural and it looks flattering, and I thought that's quite good. Again, going in with the kind of like guys looking swim shorts there, because I think that's what she'd wear. And then what do I put on her? I can't actually remember. What do I put on her? Oh, I've gone for everything. Bit of struggle. So I've turned off the filters. I think she's quite androgynous. You know, oh, there, like, what did I put on her? Oh, so I find that. So that's the point where I'm doing her swimwear, where I find that kind of like sporty top, the kind of baseball style jersey. Is that what they're called? I don't know. Again, don't do sports. Yeah, I went and adjusted that first outfit for her. So yeah, I did spend quite a lot of time doing her outfits in cast, and I really enjoyed doing it as well. It's not a style that I often do on girls, so it was nice to have the opportunity to do it. Yeah, I found it quite fun, and I found it quite original as well. Like, again, just not something that I normally do. I think I've got one girl who's particularly like tomboyish and sporty, you know, with a similar look. But yeah, like a lot of my girls are girly girls. Yeah, in the game. So again, really like that kind of sporty jacket, that kind of like kind of reminds me of like Kangol jackets. So I've got that on her. Really like a lot of those kind of sporty pants in the game. What am I doing here? It doesn't look right with that shirt, so I think I take that off. Yeah, so I'm getting her some like dad pants. Oh, there you go. I said, what do I settle on? It's like, you know, when you kind of know what you want to do, but you're not quite getting it. I don't know. I'm not convinced on that one in hindsight, but I do like those pants on her. I'm definitely going to change those shoes, don't worry guys, to some trainers. Yeah, some big thick wedge trainers, and that's what she's wearing. Oh no, I changed them to the Converse. Well, that's fine too. I love a pair of Converse. Yeah, going in, doing her makeup as you do. So yeah, I spent quite a lot of time on her. I did forget to put Rydell on the gallery because I'm really forgetful. But if you check again, it should be Rydell Unbound and Yaz Unbound in my gallery. Should be quite easy to find. And I'll keep doing some of the other characters over time. I really want to play with them. I kind of like, because they've fallen out, because Rydell and Yaz have fallen out in Unbound, I kind of want to have a reunion with them. I kind of want to take them on a nice day out, a daddy-adoptive daughter bonding exercise. I kind of want them to have a really nice day together, take them to like Copperdale, to the fair, like, you know, just help them get their relationship back on track. I kind of like love that for them. I think Rydell needs it. I think Yaz needs it too, secretly. So really looking forward to actually playing with them in The Sims and just kind of satisfying myself like that. Fixing the relationship, having like someone else be like, fix bad relationship. with Yaz. Okay, so doing, again, mixing up with her hair again. You know, what's that, the sleepwear? So I figured maybe she wants to tie it back, get it out of her face, but it's a similar length, similar texture, so I feel like that worked. And I like this, you can't see it on that hairstyle, but I like this kind of like shaved at the sides. So I played around with a few of the different hairs there. Yeah, pretty happy with those. Again, that's just kind of like a scooped up on top because she's doing sports, she don't want to get it caught on anything. And there I found the other baseball top, so again I kind of like go off and put that on her for her every day as like another option. Messing around there, I don't know what I'm doing. And then I've got to try and find it. I think, was it Get Famous? Yeah, it's a Get Famous top again. Get Famous is great for cast. I really like the cast in Get Famous. I use quite a lot of it quite often. So yeah, I've got those kind of like sporty baseball style, I think it's baseball, correct me if I'm wrong, jerseys there, so really like those on her. And then what am I putting on her? So I don't use that for a sportswear, I use that for her everyday wear, and her sportswear is just this big blue oversized hoodie. Again, I feel like it's really what she would wear, kind of like a tracksuit style. I've got like the matching bottoms and a nice big pair of trainers, white ones. And yeah, going in, I love her eyes. I think her eyes are so you know, a lot of the time we have a tendency to make Sims that always look the same, and I think she's got quite unique features, so it's fun to kind of like give people character through their actual facial features, you know. So I think she has got that very sarcastic kind of skeptical look, which I really like. So there we go, going in again. I give her a suit because again, a bit of a tomboy. I think that's pretty cool on her. So here you go, I'm doing her lips differently here. And yeah, they look quite natural and they look quite flattering, so I think I'd go in and put that on some of the other outfits, from what I remember. So she's still wearing that iconic purple lipstick on her formal wear, purple eyeshadow, again trying to keep it in line with you know, what the game gives us, but it's a bit of a fancier. So yeah, I'm going in with like a fancier eyeshadow. I think it's like, let's make it shiny, or maybe not, I don't know. I had the idea. Yeah, giving her some giving her an eyebrow ring back and things like that as well, as you do. Yeah, and she's got trainers on, because I think a lot of people do wear trainers as formal wear now. I think trainers have become a lot more socially acceptable, where I used to go out in the 90s, and if a guy was wearing trainers, he wouldn't get in the pub or the club. Now it's like, you know, I think because of like rappers and things, and because trainers have become so iconic, like people have like whole trainer collections and like dead expensive pairs. It's like trainers have become designer, right? Trainers, which used to be like casual wear, have now become something that's a sign of prosperity. So I think you know, that's a reflection of society changing, you know. Oh, tummy's rumbling, guys. I think I can smell my dinner. So yeah, here we go. It's like oh, let me move my head so you can see what's happening behind me. So I'm going in with the traits now. I spent a bit of time debating because yeah, she's kind of about family, kind of about money, but I go with leader of the pack because she wants to be like the leader of her racing gang. I also go with ambitious because she wants to be first in those races. Again, this is the character that you see in the game. I give her, it looks like I've given her adventurous there. Not too sure why. It must have been a reason in hindsight. It's been a couple of days since, it's been about a week since I actually made her in cast, so yeah, I can't remember all my decisions. Given her materialistic because at one point you see she has like a whole suitcase full of money, and then I was thinking about giving her mean. Can't remember exactly what I settled on. Insider again because she's trying to build up her little, yeah, I go with insider because it suits her ambition, her aspiration, and because she is trying to build up her own little street gang, right, her own little group of racers. So yeah, that kind of networking, the racers networking, I feel like really suited her. In a minute I remember that she has like a little bio in the game, so I actually pause and go and find that and bring it up. So giving us some hobbies and things. I figured she'd like video gaming, she'd like bowling, and here we go. Your old racing partner stole your car and is now your fiercest rival. Jasmine has brought the scene back to life and laid down the gauntlet. 3 qualifiers and 1 final race, the Lakeshore Grand. Do you want to win? Then you'd better be the best. And she's American and she's 19, technically 21 because it's 2 years later, but whatever. There's a little glitch in the game. So yeah, so I figured that ambitious, materialistic suited her because she wants to be number one, she wants to win money, she wants to win cars, leader of the pack because she wants to be first in that kind of group. I figured like those traits really suited her quite well. I gave her the she, her pronoun because even though she's a bit of a tomboy, they do refer to her as she, her in the game, so I stuck with that. I think I give her quite a deep voice from what I remember, and I really love the walk styles. I would love to have more walk styles to choose from. I am one of the simmers who do use the walk styles a lot, so yeah, I gave her, I'm kind of popping my face back on. Here you go, here's the little overview of all her different outfits. Yeah, and I'm really happy. I think she does look a lot like her. Yeah, I think I've adjusted her skin tone as well to make her slightly darker at this point. I missed when I actually did it. But yeah, that is Yaz. I think she's pretty cool. Let me know if you liked. You can find her on the gallery. Thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing me with all the codes for these games. She's gone. Can we get her back on? Let me just... back from the start, just so you've got something to watch while I do my outro. So yeah, thank you to the EA Creator Network. You know, I'll say EA partner in my video description. If you see me on a lot of my tweets at the moment using those creator tags, it's not me kind of being obnoxious and self-promoting myself. It's actually a condition. So when I got the code for Need for Speed Unbound, it says that every time you post about Need for Speed Unbound, even if it's like years down the line, you still have to put EA partner to show to be upfront and to show that you got the code from the program and that you're not promoting a game and being, you know, like being naughty or anything like that. It's just about being upfront. So I figured if there's been a rule change that says I have to do it on all my Need for Speed videos, it's probably going to also apply to The Sims. So if you see me posting Sims content and I'm posting EA Creator Network EA partner, it's just really to cover my own back and really be in compliance with those new guidelines to the best of my knowledge and the best of my ability. So I'm sorry if it's obnoxious. It's a thing. I don't think other Sims creators are doing it because it's a rule change that I noticed when Need for Speed went up. There's not been any opportunities that I've seen where the Sims have said it, because we haven't had any opportunities that I've seen since that Need for Speed video. So again, I feel like in the future you'll probably see it for the Sims as well. We're all going to be using those hashtags and things. It's what we have to do, I assume. So yeah, that's a thing as well. But yeah, I genuinely love both of these games. I love Need for Speed Unbound. I love The Sims 4. They are games that I've played right from the beginning of both franchises. So I was a sellout for these two brands before I was an EA creator, and yeah, I'm just really excited to be able to combine the two, and I really want to play with these characters in The Sims 4. So hopefully I'll get all the others made soon. And I'm going to stop talking. Let me know if you like the video. Let me know if you're going to play with The Sims. Send me screenshots if you go and take Yaz and take Rydell out on a really nice day out, a bonding exercise, and show me screenshots and tell me how it goes. Like, did they get on? Did they fight? What happened? I would love to see that. Yeah, do take care of yourselves. I will see you again soon. Stay safe out there. See you again soon. Bye.